The story of yesterday's thumping of the Washington Commanders lies right here. Down goes Carson. Philadelphia's defense absolutely dominant in this football game, and really in all phases, the Eagles are looking very, very legit. 9 sacks, though, throughout the afternoon as this defense was absolutely eaten. And as we move forward to Week 4, about a month into the season, this Eagles team, it's hard not to get excited. So if you're pumped up about this victory to push the Birds to 3-0 on the year, E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Let's get the show underway. It's a Victory Monday here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. Chase Sr. here with you. Hope all of your weeks are off to a good start, and they're always off to a better start when the Birds are victorious on Sunday. Eagles Now presented by True Classic Tees, loungewear, athletic wear, shirts, golf polos like this. Shoot, you can even get pants and shorts as well. They have everything that you need to add to your wardrobe to keep you looking good. TrueClassicTees.com/chat, promo code chat for 25% off your order. So coming your way on the show, I really do think the Eagles are legit. And I understand that we've been hurt so many times, but you look at the makings of this football team and the fact that they really don't have many weaknesses, Eagles looking like one of the top dogs in the National Football League. We'll take a look at the defense by the numbers because yesterday and for the second consecutive week, they were very good. DeVonta Smith, phenomenal, and a historic start for Jalen Hurts. That's all on tap for the show today. But leading into Sunday's matchup against Washington, the biggest key that we talked about last week, generating a pass rush against Carson Wentz, which then leads him to making errant throws, and that causes him to make mistakes with the football. And that's exactly what came to fruition from Jonathan Gannon's defense on Sunday. And this defensive line, they were straight up eaten, and everybody was eaten. Even the linebacking core was getting after it. Brandon Graham, 2.5 sacks, second most in a game in his NFL career. This is also the second most sacks, 9 of them in total, that any team has ever had against this Washington franchise. Fletcher Cox with 1.5. Him and BG, the leaders, captains of this defense. They were on that Super Bowl team. It looked as though they turned the clocks back a couple of years. Haason Reddick finally got in on the party, making up and making good on that contract. And we said it's only a matter of time before he has a big game. Nick Sirianni said that as well. It finally happened. And then Josh Sweat, Javon Hargrave, TJ Edwards rounding out the sack party as down goes Carson. We said it so many times throughout our watch party yesterday, and it was a really impressive defensive performance for the second consecutive week. And really a huge ingredient in today's pass-happy NFL. If you're able to generate a pass rush and get home with 4 without having to blitz in today's pass-happy NFL, where because teams are starting to spread things out, defenses have countered with also spreading out, then it allows your back end to really not have as much pressure on it because Darius Slay, James Bradbury, Avonte Maddox, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Marcus Epps, this good linebacking core, first time we've been able to say that in a really long time, it takes pressure off of them if the quarterback is under siege all day and you don't even have to send extra men through these blitz packages. Of course, sometimes in these timely situations, it's good to do that, but a huge ingredient for success is what we've seen the last 2 weeks. The Eagles entered this game 24th in sacks. Well, they had 9, which is just a record-breaking performance for this franchise. And on top of the guys who got home and beaten and battered Carson Wentz, it was good to see Jordan Davis early in this game, had that pass breakup. I thought he's pretty active when he was in there at defensive tackle. You continue the development for him alongside Fletcher Cox, alongside Javon Hargrave, and you're really, really continuing to add very valuable depth in the trenches on the defensive line and offensive line, which is, I think, a huge aspect of building a very successful team in the National Football League. That's a shout-out to Howie Roseman. And let's give Jonathan Gannon some credit here. Back 2 weeks ago after that Lions game, we were saying, okay, if the struggles continue, we might have to put Jonathan Gannon on the hot seat because this defense going back to last year, they were bottom 5 in several categories. Well, consecutive weeks, Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, Washington, and Carson Wentz, this defense has played spectacular football. And with Carson, let's be real. You think that Jalen Hurts and Howie Roseman talked after the game and, you know, they're kind of walking with a little bit of gusto, a little bit of swagger because they're like, yeah, we got this right. Getting him out of here was the ultimate big dividend move for this franchise moving forward. Wentz is in a downhill trajectory. Jalen Hurts is ascending with his passing numbers like Josh Allen his first couple of years in the NFL. And when you watch Wentz right now, I'm glad he's not the quarterback for this team. He has a strong arm. That's about it. He's not accurate. He holds onto the ball way too long. And really, those knee injuries kind of affected his athleticism to a certain degree, his escapability and his speed. And with Wentz in this Eagles tenure, you really do think about it from this point of view. What could have been? This guy was so special in 2017. You're thinking he's going to be this franchise's quarterback for a really, really long time, and how quickly that dissipated in the matter of just a couple of years, because 2017 really wasn't all that long ago. Eagles in a much better spot with Jalen Hurts as compared to Wentz. If you're pumped up one more time about this win, because it's a Victory Monday, I want you to type "Go Birds" in the comments section. And to everybody who tuned in to our watch party against Washington, thank you so much for all of your support. We picked up 314 new subscribers all throughout the day. So for those of you who are new to the channel, greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't hit that red sub button, join the Fly Eagles Fly family for videos every single day. Eagles news, rumors, analysis, watch parties, as well as live shows. Another watch party coming up this weekend for the return of Dougie P against the Jaguars. Coming up next on the show, got to take a look at some numbers for Jalen Hurts because he's off to a historic start this season. Nobody's ever had a start like him. As for those numbers, we'll dive into them. And DeVonta Smith, Skinny Batman, the Slim Reaper, he was balling too. First, though, got to give a shout out to today's presenting sponsor, True Classic Tees. Promo code CHAT for 25% off your order site-wide. And almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on a certain body type, if you think about it, right? Think skinny models with six-packs. But if you watch me during the watch party, I was drinking six-packs. I don't have one. Most of us aren't packing anything but a few beers, and there's nothing wrong with that. My dudes, it's simple. You're wearing the wrong clothes, True Classic tees. They taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest as well as the shoulders, and you can throw on that True Classic tee with confidence and wear it with basically anything. Get comfortable, get going, and upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. 25% off your order by heading to trueclassictees.com/chat. Promo code chat. We'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. So as we continue to propel forward here on Monday's show, think about this question. I want you to pose it to yourself and think about it for just a moment. What is the Eagles' weakness right now? They can hit you from everywhere. They're stacked along the offensive line. Offensively, A.J. Brown, DeVonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, Quez Watkins, Zach Pascal. The list of weapons on this team is endless, so if you take one thing away, then somebody else can get open. And so far this season, throughout 3 games, we've seen the Eagles play complementary football, and then defensively, we covered a lot of those aspects of them being really deep at multiple positions from, really top to bottom. And at that wide receiving core, the Eagles have shown that they believe in Jalen Hurts because they got him DeVonta Smith. They traded for A.J. Brown. They locked up Dallas Goedert on that contract. Maybe Quez Watkins is next. The fact that Zach Pascal is wide receiver, 4, weapon number 5 on this offense. He's one of the better 4 or 5 guys in the NFL. But for DeVonta Smith, back-to-back weeks in which he has been straight up sensational, Skinny Batman threw the cape on the sideline, and Slim Reaper had a day. You look at what he did against the Commanders, and it's not just the numbers. It's how he looked and what he did and what he was really able to do considering the circumstances. 8 catches, 169 yards, a touchdown, average yards per catch of 21.1. He really helped pace that 24-point explosion in that second quarter to put this game away before recess even hit. And it's the contested catches that he can come down with, even with his size, because this guy is just so good with his hands, but also his ball tracking abilities, and then the body control. Yeah, Ron Rivera probably didn't get that challenge out in time, and it probably wouldn't have been a catch on that sideline. What a great throw from Jalen Hurts, who's looking like one of the better deep throwers in the NFL up to this point. But DeVonta Smith, route running, speed, pull-away speed, 50-50 balls, even that touchdown. And then, obviously, the big pop play before the touchdown. These are really impressive plays for DeVonta Smith that make you say, wow, this guy is extremely gifted. Wow, the Eagles hit on this draft selection, and that's why this dude was a Heisman Trophy winner. If you're pumped up about the Slim Reaper, Skinny Batman, as A.J. Brown called him, Put his jersey number in the comments section. 6, because 6 has been balling. Views from the 6 looking pretty damn good. Drizzy, what up? Historic start for Jalen Hurts. Want to hit on this lastly before I hop on out of here. Get this, folks. Jalen Hurts is the first quarterback in NFL history to average at least 300 passing yards and at least 50 rushing yards in the first 3 games of the season. And this is back-to-back consecutive weeks in which Jalen Hurts has been great, and I mean great as a passer. He was awesome against Minnesota, threw on the run, with anticipation, with accuracy, and I love kind of the makeup of this game for Hurts. Started off a little rocky, and he could have really cratered. Instead, he rose up to the occasion and ended up flourishing and showed those same qualities of taking those necessary leaps as a passer, which makes this offense borderline unstoppable because what do you defend? The run with this offensive line in the backs or the pass game? And then if it's a pass game, who are you defending in double team? You really can't double team anybody all across the board. I mean, 22 at 35 for Hurts, more than 300 yards for the second consecutive game, and 3 touchdowns through the air. These are the steps that Jalen Hurts is starting to take as a passer. And Coop, can you actually show me on the screen here if that's possible? Because I do want to break down some of these all 22 pictures from Jalen Hurts because we're seeing continued growth for Jalen Hurts as a passer. So let me go weatherman here and take a step aside. So I love the confidence that Jalen Hurts has shown throughout the first few games of the season as a passer alone. We know that he's a really dynamic threat with running the football. Partially, he's confident chucking it because of this protection here from the offensive line. I mean, the Eagles have everybody blocked here, and Hurts has a really clean pocket in which he can step up and deliver a throw downfield. I also like the confidence that he has as a passer to throw it up there to give his weapons an opportunity to come down with some of these 50-50 balls. There are a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL who don't have the confidence to chuck it down there because they're worried it's going to get intercepted. Jalen Hurts was able to complete this ball right here for DeVonta Smith, who's way over here, right? There's double coverage on the safeties, and DeVonta Smith, close coverage with the guy right on his hip, but you give an opportunity to make a play like he's done with A.J. Brown, like he did yesterday with DeVonta Smith, and what do you know? Smith able to come down with this huge catch, came down on his back, and a couple of plays later, Nick Sirianni, he put his nuts on the table, and he went for it on 4th down as that second quarter clock expired. So this is really the makings of what Howie Roseman put together with a good offensive line, getting Jalen Hurts weapons, and that has given him confidence as a passer to excel through the air because he knows he has legit dudes, but also to make those throws because he's not worried about traffic around him because that offensive line is holding up. Jalen Hurts has been an MVP up to this point in the NFL. If you're with me on that, type MVP to show love to Jalen Hurts. As always, appreciate all of you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, let me know in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe. And one time, because it's Victory Monday, E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.